A discovered attack involves moving a piece out of the way of a long-range piece. Here we have a rook that could be eyeballing the queen, but unfortunately there's a bishop blocking. If we move this bishop out of the way, we have a discovered attack. Now, of course, white can get out of the way. So when we do this, we would like to do it a little bit better. What we can do instead is if we take the bishop and put the king in check, that is going to limit white's options. White can, white pretty much has 3 options here. And no matter what it does, it's going to result in the queen getting taken via a discovered check. Discovered attacks can also be very effective when there's a pin involved. Here we have a rook eyeballing the queen, but it can't quite get there. Well, if we move this knight out of the way, and we can move it in any spot we want, let's go ahead and take the knight in this example. Now white's queen is pinned. If white does nothing, let's say white takes, that's probably the best option. We can now win the queen.
Check.
And we put the king in check. So now white can cover, but white is going to lose his queen as a result of the discovery. Discovered checks are also very valuable. Again, we have a rook eyeballing the king, but we need to move this knight out of the way. What is so valuable about this is we can pretty much move the knight to wherever we want, and there's a lot of different combinations we can go with. If we want, we can go ahead,
check,
discovered check. Either the king has to move or the queen has to block. The king moves. Guess what? We get the queen with the knight. Now, alternatively, maybe we're not so greedy.
Check.
We could move the knight to, let's say, here.
Check.
And that would force white here. And now we can go ahead and win a rook. Not as valuable as a queen, but there's a lot of options that one has with a discovered check. In addition to knights, bishops and other pieces can be used for discovered checks as well. Here we've got a rook. We want to have a discovered check. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and move this bishop right here.
Check.
That is going to win the queen, regardless of what the queen does. If white decides to block that way, queen's exposed. Alternatively, we could also put the bishop right here.
Check.
And whatever the queen does, or if it stays there, it's going to be captured in that spot as well.